It's a showstopper, Mr. Drew. Yeah, you can see it live. You know who we got in the building. We got the lovely, the hustler, the one of full ambition. We got the lovely lady in the building. Stand by, fam. We're about to go live. This is how we do. Let's start this show nice and proper. Let's just jump straight into it, fam. How you're living? Facebook, how you guys doing? Facebook, YouTube, how you guys doing? Welcome to the VIP section. It's the showstopper, Mr. Drew, and today we have an epic show. Where are my guys over here on the knee? My guys over here on the gram. What's up? Team ID, how you guys doing? How you guys living? Hope you guys are easy. Yes. It's another Hot Tuesday show, and you know who we got in the VIP section? The one and only, the hustler, the amazing, the pretty. Hey, she does it all. Make sure everybody tuning in on ID. I see you, Eric Shimzi. I see you, Masharia Mash. I see you, Michelle Mudhoni. Ronnie Yego, Karibu Sana. Everybody else who's joining in on YouTube and on Facebook, welcome. Let's just actually get straight into it because we got Amina in the building. What's up?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Where are my glasses? Where are my stylings? And the intro needs to be heavy, oh. It needs to be happening. How you doing, Mr. Drew?
I'm excellent. How have you been? Who you now?
Tired. I've been working. Don't stay.
I won't say because
I've been tired. I told you I'm tired. I just want to feel. I said I had a long day, but I had to do this interview for you.
Thank you so
here
much.
I am. Mambo.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Because I'm like, you know you're many things. You're a singer, you're an actress, you're a TV presenter, you're a social media influencer, you're an MC, you're a radio presenter. Where, as in honestly speaking, do you get time for you? How do you do all this?
I think we have a lot of time if you just prioritize learning things or doing things. We have a lot of time during the day. We waste a lot of time, in between doing random things, whether it's from kunyonga ama ku watch my movie, na Netflix. I don't know, but there are a lot of things that people do, for hours on end that are not beneficial. For one, I can tell you that I'm not on social media as much.
Oh,
but
real?
I make money from social media. I'm not as much. But I make money from social media. So what happens is you can't constantly only be a consumer. At some point, you also need to be part of the business. And I think, it's also someone just lets themselves down. There's a lot of opportunity. It's just we think we have no time. We have a lot of time. Trust me. Beyonce has the same 24 hours, they say. So I'm just trying.
That's actually an excellent observation because because you're talking proper business there. Now let's go business unusual for a bit and talk about COVID-19 and the media industry and you. Have you badly been affected by everything that's happened with all the lockdowns going on, with the event cancellations? Has it really affected you as a brand?
Well, everyone, right? Mr. Drew, financially, especially because we don't have gigs anymore now. I think I've done only 2 events during this Corona time, which sound even a lot, to be honest. Yeah. But it's just been rather quiet, and then we work in media where we fall squarely under the marketing budget, which is optional for the companies at the time, as unprecedented as this. So they don't know if they're going to get money, so they can't be spending it on marketing, which is TV, radio, and pretty much everything we do. But at least social media has been a saving grace because a lot of people have opted for that as a platform to market, to market their brands, which is wonderful. But yes, of course, I've been affected. But not so badly. So I'm still grateful I have all my jobs. Yes, everyone has undergone salary cuts. That's no secret. And I've never been more grateful ever before in my life as I am right now. Because I don't know, I research a lot on mental health and I talk to a lot of my friends and I, volunteer here and there, and people are really going through it. So if you can help, please help. But if you have a roof over your head and you have some food, trust me, you're doing really well.
Yeah, as in it's really important to help everybody in this time of need because everything right now is a bit hectic and it's a bit left, right, and center. So let's talk career.
Yeah.
Let's talk career and let's vibe a bit. So, Ebu, walk us through Yani
Yes.
Amina. Ebu, tell us Yani, how did you
Man,
start this maneno?
man said, Drew, I just wanted to do law. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get into the industry. I'm gonna get some money, and I'll
Uh-huh.
go and I'll do law, or I'll do IR,
Uh-huh.
right? But it was never to pursue media or journalism. So when I was a couple of years in, I thought, let me just study. So I decided to study it. And then I thought, just like a lot of us, you sort of like grow, evolve, and do other things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess now is when I'm sort of thinking about that.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't really my dream. Like I wasn't dreaming about this when I was like a kid. I'm just like, oh my God, when I be that was never me. I think I've got radios.
Ebu,
Radio. I never thought about any
lift your
radio
phone
programs.
up
I don't even think I
kidogo.
listened to radio
Amina, Ebu, just lift your phone up
much
kidogo.
when I
Your
was
head
a
is being
kid.
cut off.
My head has been cut off.
Yeah, now there I can see you.
Now
Yeah, yeah. Now,
my
yeah, now
gosh,
we're
so
good.
bad.
Sorry to cut you off. You're saying.
Okay. It's okay. So I was just saying it was never a plan.
Uh-huh.
It was it just happened. And I think, for the younger people who follow me and for the two who say I inspire them, I think the one biggest takeaway from my life would be I allowed my life to take its course. I was very broke. I was out. I was humble beginnings. I came in. This was not what I wanted to do. Like I said, I wanted to do law. So it was a
Yeah.
different journey for me. But then once I see now I'm supposed to be trying out Sidri radio, I'm like, okay, let's see what this radio thing is about. Now again, I'm trying to let me see what this TV thing is about. I understand that we all have plans and visions for our lives, and we have all these goals that we hope to achieve, and you envisioned it. You could have seen it, Drew. Like you can, ulkunayona. This is who
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
You can.
But
You
then
can.
life happens. Even in the industry, you join, you think you want to be a producer, you end up becoming a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, or you come in, you think you're going to be a presenter, and you become a singer, or vice versa, like me. I thought I wanted to get into music.
Yeah.
Shit, and it was just not meant to be. And I've had a bigger impact as a presenter, both on TV and on radio. And sometimes you're denying yourself a lot of opportunity. You keep praying and hoping and telling God, give me the opportunity, open for me doors. Doors are being opened, not the ones you are really looking for, but sometimes it needs you to just go through here to get to eventually where you want to get to, which
Yeah.
requires a lot of patience. So hang in
Hey,
there, you know.
hey.
So
Very true, because for you it has been crazy. First of all, there's another aspect that people have rarely touched on. Guys, did you know that this lady over here, Amina, used to sing? We'll go back into that story in a little bit. But
Man.
right now, yeah, Ebu, let's keep it on the business aspect for a little bit, because right now, with
Okay.
everything, what we've got to find out from you is that this is all the media circle in terms of your life. I'm like, is there any other angle to Amina? Like, is there any entrepreneurship? Is there any other business angle? Or it's just in the consumable products that we see right now?
actually, it's not. And I realized that, I don't even know what language that was. So, but I realized earlier on,
Yes.
and you'll know that I don't share much of my personal life,
Very
that
true.
it's very, very important to separate those two characters. I this limelight, everyone has a shelf life. You don't do it forever.
True.
And when you get off of it, you want to go back to a normal life. And what people don't understand is no one prepares you to live under that microscope. I mean, yeah, you think you know what it is, or you think you can imagine what it's like.
You have an
No one
idea.
can ever prepare you for that level of invasion of privacy that you endure. But then what happens is a lot of us struggle when we're coming out of this fame life, and you're coming out of the spotlight, because we don't prepare enough for the life after when the curtains close. You won't
Yeah.
always be the hottest chick on the block. You won't always be the most attractive guy. You won't always have all the connects, and it won't always be about you. So, man, I try to keep it separate. But yes, I do have other business ventures, both mine and with my partner,
Yeah.
and some that people know of, but most of them you just try and keep them on the low, you know.
Of course, you know how it
You
is.
try and make people not know that.
Y-
Yeah, you have to, man. People don't always wish you well, Drew.
By
Hey,
the way,
despite
imagine
what it
it's
seems,
actually
man,
very
you
true.
have to.
Yeah,
You have to.
by the way,
The fewer things people know about you, the fewer, I think,
angles
it's
to
almost like
attack you.
ammunition. You give them ammunition every
Yeah.
time you talk about yourselves, whether it's good or bad. Think about it. When people come out to talk about depression or anything, people, utapata tu kuna mtu tu hapo tu atamuenjoy.
Yeah.
Unasikia warge sikitoka ati abo.
Well, first of all, big shout out to two people. Michelle underscore Mudhoni. She's just over there working for you. Love Hearts on IG saying that you have an angelic voice. Then there's Eric underscore Shimzi who has said, Amina, my all-time crush. Wee, wee. Hey, hey. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about something that is different. Earlier on, you spoke about how we can reach out and help each other. I wanted to touch on the UNHCR's Luku Luku campaign. How did you get involved in that?
Actually, I was nominated by Pinky Gilani. So there was a time where I think it was just UNHCR at the time as an agency trying to get more influencers and more people on board to create more awareness about what is happening with the refugees, and not only around the world. It wasn't more so for what's going on around the world globally. No, it was about the refugee situation here in Kenya. So it was in our respective countries, and it is a continental movement. Yes. And the UNHCR, we came up with something called Luku Luku. There's me. There's the Two-Faced Idibia and Nomza Mombata from South Africa, a number of other entertainers from across the continent who are all about preaching the message of peace and want to help our African brothers and sisters. And how we were looking at it was, we're always seeking for assistance from the West, and we never really want to support ourselves. And it was getting to a point where it was now becoming a crisis, and their funds were being depleted. So we needed to step in and help one another. And people really did step in. So that was wonderful. They made a lot of money, which has been great.
That's excellent. There's also there's a comment from Miss Koi over here on Instagram. She says that's 100% true, Amina. Not everybody wishes you well. So yeah, she's actually bigging you up on that point. It's one of those ones of make your moves low-key, as in, yani, you have to move in. The bad boys move in silence and violence.
There was a time I used to pay bills. You know, the way like you're always the one going out to your boys, your girls, like you've just started joboing.
And then everyone wants you to be that person.
Very few of them truly and genuinely wish you the best from the depth of their souls. Not all of them do, so you have to know. Mungu nionyeshe wale nyoka wako kwa nyasi or something like that. The worst ones could be people who are close to you. Keep a small, tight circle.
Small, tight circle is how it is, because I'm sure that, like for example, I'm sure things went properly upside down when you are the first.
Properly.
Yes, properly upside down when you are the first Kenyan ever to host the Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards. So now, how was that for you? Because now, speaking along the same parenthesis of what we are talking about, of people and how things just change.
Yeah.
So how was that for you? Did things change?
I still don't even believe I did it. I'm so shocked. It's so surreal. I mean, they could have chosen so many other people. I was very, very surprised. I was very humbled. I was very happy. I was elated, surprised. But then I believed in myself, and I went there and I kicked ass. I kicked major ass. Let me tell you, I have no idea what kind of perception they have of East Africans, but I left a very great imprint. They now believe that East Africans are fire, they can do a great job. And that's all we need. We have people like Maya Angelou, Drew, who says that, I know you see me as one, but I stand as 10,000, because there were so many more who came before me, and they are the ones who knocked down doors, and then we get here. So me and you, maybe we couldn't have hosted the BET Awards. Maybe it wasn't for us, while in entertainment, during our prime, to host the red carpet at the Grammys. It wasn't for us to be at the nomination galas. But you know what? Because now I'm doing this event, and now for the first time they're seeing East Africans. Oh, okay. So then now that's how we take those steps close, and now we can even start doing like Mom mamas. A few years ago, I tried to do the mamas. I knew that, some of the guys on the team. And they were just very honest. They were brutally honest. They were just like, Manza, but East Africa is not making money like South Africa and, and West Africa. So it was like a very far away dream, and now it's a reality, sort of. So it's wonderful to see all these possibilities come to life.
That's excellent. Now let's take it to the other side of Amina that guys had forgotten about, or rather didn't know. We're gonna vibe music just in a bit, because 7-8 years ago, when Amina was actually in music. This one, Amina, just hold the line for 5 seconds, because guys, if you didn't know, let me show you this. She had 2 songs that she'd chomoed. She had 2 songs that she'd chomoed, and this is how we're gonna do. I mean, I'm taking it away from you for a bit. This is how we do, fam. It's the VIP section. Let's do this. Listen. This is the first song that she did. Imagine. This is Amina when she was with J.A. Imagine that.
And you like it when I put it down on you. And I like it, oh boy, I love it when you put it down on me.
The next one. This is the second song that Amina did, and imagine she did this song with Octopizo. Number 9. Listen, kidogo. Imagine, these are songs that Amina did. Amina, you're new, kidogo.
Okay, front minister. Number 9, baby size 8 on a miniskirt. Brand ecolode, I'm a rhymes, come a canister. Ready to blow, come a rapper of Afghanistan. Super gifted, I'm present like a register. Paper chasing on the paper like an artist of a missy. Set up paper, yes, I'm a militant. Eyes wide open on the streets, I'm vigilant. Balling off the shows like I'm from Trinidad. No beam and no Benz, I'm rolling on a silicon. Nickel house, and my Toyota is a silica. Bring the Obama swag back. I'm the senator, crazy like a sinister, rolling like a sinister, official like a visitor. Uongo cause a media, but like cute ladies, but they must be cute, sweet, sugar, come on the picture. Hey.
You're live in the mix with the all-star Mista DRU.
That's right, fam. That's right, fam. I'm telling you. Let's go back to the interview. Amina, where you at? Let's go back. Let's go back to the interview, fam. Amina, those are 2 songs that guys didn't know that, yes, Amina was actually in the music industry. And the first song that I played was J.A. featuring Amina, and that was On Me. The second one was Octopizo featuring Amina, called Swag. So now, for those of you who don't know, she was, she was a singer. Like another lovely lady who has tuned in. Kalete Mumo, welcome. I see you in the building. Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's go back now. Let's go back to music. Let's talk about music. You dabbed in this with these 2 tracks. So,
man, I loved singing. Singing was my first love. But the industry was just really complicated. It wasn't about your talent or your skill. It was about who you knew or who you could date. And I was like, wait, what? Why?
As in,
I was like, what? You have to bribe people. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to get on radio and I'm going to get TV. No one's going to bribe me. And I'll always try as much as I can to put young talent on. It was really hard to make the decision. It wasn't even hard, I'm lying.
So it wasn't hard.
It took me about a year.
It wasn't hard for you to make that decision. Sorry, Amina, you're far from the microphone. I can't hear you. Amina? Hello? Amina, are you there? I think we've lost Amina for a second there, fam. Hello?
There we are, but I can still.
Yeah. There we are. I believe we're back. Yes. So, you were saying, but now you have to put that push the camera further away. You're cutting your head off. Ah, yeah, you're saying?
Again?
Hey,
And
better.
now?
Yeah, that's better. You're saying?
And now?
Yeah, you're good. You're saying?
2 minutes. Mama, sorry, my son.
Sorry?
I'm sleeping with you. I'm just finishing this. Can you just wait for me? I finish. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have to go and put him down to sleep. Anyways, I was saying music has always been my first love. At the time when I was making the decision to branch over to TV, I was making about, I think, like maybe 8K. But then music wasn't making anything. And I had been to several labels. I had meetings. They had pitched, you know, plans and told me what I need to do. But then they told me I have to do like, you know, Genge Kapuka. And I really wanted to do R&B, and it was just not working. And
really wanted
I don't
to
know
do
when
the whole Amari type of thing.
Making money. Sorry?
You wanted to do the whole Amari type of thing. As in you wanted
What
to
did
sing.
Amari do?
Huh?
Yes, I wanted to sing. I wanted to do it all. I wanted to get into the industry, and I wanted to do like neo soul and do some like really moving, emotive R&B that was just going to make you feel something and love and positivity. And that's what I wanted to do. And I guess there was no space for it then. Maybe now, I guess, but I'm just so occupied. I don't know.
Are you sure
I
it's
don't know if
something
I
that
can
you'd
do it.
actually be able to do now?
I do what?
Would you be able to go back into music right now?
Yeah, man, I feel like right now, you know, during Corona, this is a time where we need to go back to things that we used to do, that we used to love, that never felt like work. And for me, music never felt like work. So being in the studio was always one of my best times, just either listening to a song or a beat, then you freestyle over it, you know, just like chilling. So I don't know about releasing music, but definitely recording. I mean, I've recorded a number of them. I think I had like 10 or 11 songs recorded, and I couldn't release them. I was just like, what am I doing?
Hi, as in you couldn't release them.
Auntie, what?
You couldn't release the songs.
I can't. I don't know if I will. My first interview on the trend was Uko singing. And then now I'm posting it. It's so funny.
Very, very.
Can you see me? My hand is. I'm getting so tired holding my phone up. But can you see me now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can actually. Yes.
Okay.
I can see you now. Okay, fine. Let's keep it moving. We're still on career. So with everything that you've dabbed in, from singing, TV presenting, being an actress. By the way, that one I didn't even know. You're an actress where?
Sumula Penzi with Naomi Nganga, with who else was there? Sarah Hassan. Sarah Hassan is the one who hooked me up with it. So we were doing Mashabiki mix at the time. I'm just like, man, say Sarah una make dough, man, say make dough. And you know, I used to just, I believed if you just put yourself in any space and you put in work, utaifanya tu. So mimi niko na Sarah man say, tuone mali itatupeleka. Si nilikuwa nafanya drama high school, and then that was it. We went one day for the audition. All I told her was, you just need to introduce me to the people who make the decision.
Yes.
Who do I need to impress? That's just
that was it. You're really
you leave that to me, and that was it. Yeah.
You know,
and then
you're very outspoken.
and then I got pregnant, which is why I had to drop out. But I was there for about a year.
Okay. Hey, that's excellent, because you know you're an ambitious. From this interview, the thing that comes out is you're an ambitious person, no nonsense. You're a go-getter. You really fight for everything. So looking at all that, as in what point in time did you get to your career turning point? The point in time you realized that you know what, this is who Amina has to be, and run with it. Did you pick a mentor, like you said, the way Beyonce knows that she has the same 24 as we do?
Man, let me tell you what is so crazy is that I'm going through that moment right now as we are speaking.
Yeah.
So as we're speaking now is that space where I'm like, but what do I like? I mean, for so long, I have done what so many brands want me to do. You become this sellable and bankable brand.
Yeah.
But then is it really all of you? Does it fully represent who you are? I mean, I know, Mr. Drew, you know, we show just a side of who we are.
True.
You want to show most of, or even all of us, but then you're not sure how that can be perceived.
Yeah. And
you're not trying to play games with your money. So you're just like, okay. Because if you're controversial, you're famous, but it's not as many who make money from it, you know, and I don't want to gamble.
But come on, you're
like,
seeing
will
what's
I
happening
follow?
of late.
Which
People
one is
are
that?
actually getting into positions of being influencers, and I use that term very subjectively in quotes, based on things like how they talk, how they act, how they depict society. So that's why I'm asking those questions. Yeah. So,
Sorry, go on. I didn't get the ending.
yeah,
You were saying so people.
So
yeah?
that's why I'm asking those questions, because when I'm asking about, that's why I'm asking about your turning point, because everybody right now seems to get into a position where we're talking about how people act and how people do
And
things
mine
for the
is right
fame.
now, Aki Drew. It's right now. Mine is right now. My turning point is
Yeah.
literally right now, where I am now questioning: do I want to just do this, or what do I want to do? What do I want to own? What do
Okay.
I want to represent? What do I actually care about? What are the topics? What are the contents that I want to share because I actually give a damn?
What are the
because they mean something
conversations you
to
want
me,
to have
because they
with
make me
people?
happy. Yeah.
Interesting, that one. I know, since it's still something new that's going on, we'll put that on the
Yeah.
shelf and we'll discuss that
I'm so
one
excited,
later.
though.
We'll
I'm so
discuss that
excited.
one later. And
I'm
then from-
excited.
yeah, and then from there, this is because, you know, that's why I'm like, there are so many milestones that you've hit, because there's even the time you are on you're in the top 100 most influential women in Africa, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, hey. All those milestones
Very
in how many years? Because it looks like those milestones were achieved like boom in the step or in the gap of like, say, between 2 to 4 years.
Man, that's crazy. I never really stopped to think about anything, to be honest.
It's like
I
2
never
to 4
really stopped
years.
to think about the achievement. I mean, now that you're mentioning it is when I'm like, you know, I've interviewed, I remember when I was doing K24 and that Hits Not Homework at Capitol,
Yeah.
I would do up to sometimes 8 interviews a day, or 4 or 5, because
Yeah.
it would be 3 different ones in the morning, and then maybe like I have a group of guys I'm interviewing in the evening, maybe I have a shoot during the day. I would do like almost 8 to 9 interviews a day.
Uh-huh.
Bruh, those
Guy.
are crazy numbers when you think about it, to multiply by 2 years.
I mean,
I remember I would interview politicians and then go ahead and interview, like I would interview the president, right? So we've done the youth summit.
Yeah.
I've just interviewed the president. I've interviewed the Melinda Gates, and then I'm also interviewing Virusimbaya and Zero Sufuri, and then I'm also going to hold a proper discussion at the UN, you know, and moderate something at Sudri where. And I think, you know, to try and get that balance is something that I've been so grateful for. I don't even know if it's a skill. I don't know what it is, but then those are many
Because
interviews.
that-
Now that you say it, and I'm looking
that
back
hunger-
and I'm
yeah,
thinking,
that hunger is
stop and smell the
insane.
roses.
As in burnout, as in, have you ever heard of something called burnout, and have you experienced it? Because this is too much.
No, I've never experienced it, to be honest. I get this energy from my mom, who's also extremely hardworking, very, very driven,
So it's-
does not entertain any form of laziness, you know. So she also is always working. She's always been up every day from 5. I remember wondering why the hell my mom's always up from 5 and I'm the one now who's always up from 5 or 4.
Yeah.
You know, I get it from her, to be honest.
Excellent. Hey,
But no,
kudos to her. Kudos to her. Hey, by the way, imagine somebody over here from Dubai. It's called Twin G's DXB. He's just asking, how do you guys cope with the different talents that run in your family? I'm like, that one, I think you've pretty much answered it, because hey, you get your strength from your mom, and I believe how everybody operates around you gives you that empowerment. Am I wrong?
Kabisa. No, you are not. 1000% correct.
Fantastic.
Very true.
So, yes, speaking of all this positivity, let's talk about the setbacks. What's been your biggest career setback in your whole in your whole career? What's been your biggest setback?
I think it's being is not pushing hard enough for the kind of person you are. You know, they keep saying you have to be your true self. It's important for you to be, you know, you 100% authentic self. But you know, people say that it's cute, it's just nice on paper. It hides sometimes for you to accept people for who they are. You know what I mean? I find Akote hilarious. I applaud her confidence, her, you know, she speaks up whenever she needs to, as she should, on whatever subject on her platform. And you'd see people saying, oh, but that's too much. So there's always someone dictating what is a lot and what is not, and it's just quite frustrating. But when you come and you do it, when you come and you do it for work, and you have to do it for many years, then it's important for you to be doing something that you feel comes naturally and very easily to you. So I wish that I just made a few different decisions on certain things I decided to do with my career, but yeah, I should have focused more. I'm trying to not say what he's saying without saying.
All right, cool. No worries. And I know that, yes, you right now, I know there are people on the other side who you need to really attend to. Big shout to Libon in the house from Facebook. He's called Picasso. Wood Olala, big shout to you. Thanks for tuning in. I see everybody on the gram from Miss Katemba, Karibu Sana. There's Sammy K254, DJ underscore LYE. There's Mwangishi. There's DJ Kuch. There's Clay Knox who said, iyo wembe itakukata. Wembe gani baba? Then there's Imbu Hila who's come in. There's Tukus. There's Michelle Mudhoni who's sending you nothing but love. And then from there, Simple Simon 399 is in the building. We have a lot of people in the building. Thanks a lot. And since I know I gotta let you go, big shout DJ Carl Africa. I can see you. Thumbs up to you as well. So let's go. Yes. Parting shot.
Man. Thank you so much for being there.
Parting shot. What can you say, Kabla, you go?
Take it a day at a time for all the people who are really, really struggling right now.
Yeah.
And then when your friends are not, when your friends are quiet, I think they need you to check in on them. You know, if you have friends who usually, you know, talk to you a lot, maybe they're always at gigs, maybe they're doing this, and they are really reclusive, try and check in on them. Be your brother's keeper, man. So that's my parting shot. Thank you so much, Drew.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Asante Sana, thanks so much for logging in. Thanks so much for keeping us company and the full fun one. Hey, there's a last one. There's another guy over here. He's called Femi the Brand. He said, Hiyo mwanya ya Amina. Ooh-wee. There you go. That's your party shot from the fam right there.
I'm going to get my teeth done soon, so there'll be no mwanya.
Are you serious? You want to go and remove it?
Yeah, I am.
But it's part of your identity.
I've been removing it for years. It's just because I was the voice of Coke Studio and I didn't want to lose money because I couldn't talk because I need to take about 2 months off. So, yeah. Corona imeharibu kila kitu.
It has haribu everything. There's a big shout to you from Miss Koi. She says, thanks for all the pointers, Amina. Well done. Hey, you got mad love coming through.
Thank you, Drew. I appreciate it, bro.
Thanks so much for coming on to the VIP section. We will catch up offline. Right now, I want to take guys on a music trip. Kidogo. So, thanks a lot for logging in and being with us, Amina. See ya. Yeah, fam, that's the lovely Amina. That's how we do. It's the VIP section, and it's all about good times, big hits about to come through. The showstopper, Mr. Drew, you know how I do. It's been excellent. It's been a fantastic interview. Let's go back to IG. Femi the Brand, usitoe hiyo ndio tunapenda smile supu. My guy, even her, she said, mad. There's still other stuff that she has to go and handle. You know what? She's busy. Anafanyanga job, but she's still on the grind. So let's do this. Let me take you back into some fire beats right now. Let's enjoy the party for a little bit. You know, these days what we do is we just try and keep it nice, mellow, simple, and not to overdo it. So let's kick it. Yani nice hits mbaka 10 or something like that. First of all, Ebu, I'm feeling more of this Kenyan vibes today. What do you feel? What you say, fam? I think that's where we should go. All right, let's do this.
You're live in the mix with the all-star Mista DRU.
This is DJ Mista DRU.
Let's go!
killing it with a showstopper. It's DJ Mista DRU.
Buda cheza na nari kizima washa Buda cheza na nari ati Buda cheza na nari na kizima washa Buda cheza na nari ati Buda cheza na nari na kizima washa Buda cheza na nari ati Buda cheza na nari.
Hey, shout everybody tuning in. Remember your number huko. Let's tuma kakiru to keep the lights on. Let's go.
New position, new position, new position, gyal, new position, new position, new position, new position, gyal, new position. Naikizima washa Buda cheza na nari ati Buda cheza na nari naikizima washa Buda cheza na nari ati
This is how we do.
Mimi kaniva jonyandua kanisape na fua kauji mimi kanivi na ua mimi kanishash na jua mimi kaniva jonyandua kanisape na fua kauji utajua
yo calling all units over shambulizi na wahuni over warembo kutoweka kesi serious wanarudi bila tupi au sindila risky hiyo ni petroli ya mashini bless my room kana zizi nianike hii mattress kama wiki
ban Ibra city shash chain mali end around kitu safi toka south rastaman
Okay, let's do this.
na wadigida waroro wakitikita mimi kani beat na ua mimi kani shash na jua mimi kani vajonya dua kani safi na fua
Come on.
Mista DRU.
Okonko pole nimekuja ghafla. Ni vile wewe ukuwa umenibamba.
Femi one pia kwangu weni mso. Kwanza vile ulituosha kuile vasi ya
Legiso, hey.
Nakupenda manze wewe ukuwa humble.
Asante
Legend kwangu wewe ni icon.
Stories za icon kwanza weka mbali. Femi one mukwa nimekutamani.
Okonko umeanza kunichocha. Ni show, ni wapi uliniona?
Femi one we unibamba. Kwa Instagram nikichekizo mapaja.
Okonko na kitambi utawezana?
Utawezana.
Nikikupea utawezana?
Manze Femi one nikikupa.
What do you Kenya?
Nakupenda kavile napenda tanga.
Okonko na kitambi utawezana?
Utawezana.
Nikikupea
utawezana?
Nikangale au shashamane akakanguna nikamale au maremare nikamale au maremare akakanguna nikangale au shashamane nikangale au shashamane
mami weni mali siyo maremare ndani ya dera kama msomale niko na wish na si na kani ngoko mimi ni shamare
one time come on
nimeshika kijela msela put your hand in the air make a fist Mandela kwa jela na Stella ndo kwela kani ngoma kapela kani mbosho kwa hela kunyeshe umbrella
shafashi na
come on what me say
skaredio gashoro nikamale au maremare akakanguna nikangale au shashamane
what me say
nikangale au shashamane akakanguna nikamale au maremare nikamale au maremare akakanguna nikangale au shashamane
come on
nikangale au shashamane
piga goti wadomo basi toka geto neza chizi kupeleke hadi kile shigi de out of 10 kula 10 when chuki na wembe jo zaidi ya town
what me say
hapa mtasi ndio ban customer pana fuata msupa kama kosa piga na ankitupa 1 2 washajipa yani amana gali si ubomba sika